say. I just felt that something had to be said. And it's probably easier for me to speak when I know that someone can relate or someone is listening and maybe they see themselves in my words. I believe and I think that everyone would love to have the best in their life. Everyone would love to be successful. Everyone would love to live the life of their dreams. Live life how they want to, how they choose to, how they imagine. But, and it is possible, it is natural, it is the way life is created, life is designed, because each of us is the creator, because each of us is the creator of our own life. Which, to hear as a first off, or to hear, or to know, can be somewhat frightening or earth-shattering or whatever emotion may arise. But with the power of that knowing comes the responsibility. And responsibility cannot be avoided. Responsibility is part of life. Life is built upon the backbone and chain of responsibility. We all have responsibilities. We all have things to do. We all have things to take care of. Not that they're forced upon us, but they are given to us as a means and way of expressing ourselves physically. But I guess if you're growing up, you have to come to terms that with the fact that there will be responsibility, there will be things that have to be taken care of. Life can be a fantasy, maybe. It can be a world that is taken in slow, where days just pass you by. It can be a life where you are resting in the clouds, your head above the clouds. But it also means that your feet must be rooted in the earth, and your body, not even your body, you must be present with your body. You must be present with what is around, what is inside, what is outside. There is the reality in the mind, and there is the reality that is here now. And you may dance between both, but as long as we are here, we have to play in the reality that is here. There may be the tendency to run away, to avoid, to go to a comfort, to stop pain, to stop change, to stop difference, to go along with normalcy. But in order for the best you to emerge, we have to let go of what our mind holds on to. And it may take time. It may not be a one and done deal. As for me, I have been content yet dissatisfied with my life as of now. And so, as a result, the realization comes that a change needs to be made. But a change can't take place when it is done from a place of anything that is other than self-love, essentially. Judgment will not be your friend. Self-loathing will not be your friend. Guilt will not be your friend. Shame will not be your friend. Regret will not be your friend. Pain is not your friend. They are not friendly by nature. But you can befriend them. Oftentimes it's when we want to do something, change something, make something happen, we think about what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? What can I do right now? What choice can I make differently right now? What am I doing that I shouldn't be doing? And all of these come from a place of judgment. But instead, if we just sit with ourselves as we are, sit with the need to be perfect, to do everything right, to know everything, the need to seem smart, seem capable, seem worthy, seem deserving. There is no need to prove anything to yourself. So, yes, there is physical, aligned work that you can do, but the true work is the work of the heart and of the soul. To allow the you which has already arrived the you that is where you wish to be. The you that is walking the path, all we have to do is allow that self, that part of ourself, to come through and to emerge within us. And then the work becomes easier because say you wish to be a millionaire. If you keep striving and judging and critiquing and shunning yourself for not doing what you feel you should be doing, for not doing enough, for not studying enough, learning enough, whatever your mind may tell you, as we all know that there are many things the mind may tell, many stories. But if you invite and accept and embrace and open yourself to the you which already is a millionaire, that has already accomplished and succeeded all the goals and achievements you have strived for, you have intended for, when you walk side by side with that self, as that self, then there's so much more ease, so much more grace, so much more compassion and understanding, because you're at that point no longer trying to get anywhere. You are no longer striving You are no longer efforting. You are no longer trying. You are no longer confused, burning yourself out, but instead you are being yourself. You are simply being. And when you operate from a place of being as in I am, you are, I am as in I exist, I am alive. If you begin from the simple knowing that you are alive, you are alive, I am alive, I am, then the pressure is removed. There is no pressure. You're simply just creating. You're not creating from a story, but you're creating from your true self. If you are to say, I want to be a millionaire because I don't have enough money, I'm not worthy of money, I never have enough in my life. Whatever the impetus may be, as long as it is from a state of fear, a state of lack, a state of false identification as in you put a story on a pedestal rather than realizing and acknowledging the truth of who you are. The fear is helpful to realize that there's change that wants to take place in our lives. The fear is helpful to bring awareness and shift our perception. But we cannot create out of a state of fear. Fear will only create more fear. And if that means letting go of the comforts of ways that have been accustomed to you in the past, we must let go of the fear that holds us back and we must walk by faith, knowing, truth, and belief. Because there is infinite possibility, infinite potential, all available to us right now. All we do and all we have to do, if do anything, is to make a choice to live out the potential that we wish to live. And it may be scary. It may be very uncomfortable. It may be something that is not liked. Something that is very activating or triggering. As if your life is pulled from up under you. But oftentimes, the way in which we grow, the way in which we change, the way in which we evolve, the way in which we progress, the way in which we elevate, the way in which we ascend is through challenge, obstacle, and being pushed. If we can push ourselves, that is great. But even we ourselves can get caught and stuck in our own ways, in our own habits, in our own comforts. And I wonder, is it ever possible to be comfortable? And before making this video, I had the thought, anything you do, anything, everything and anything is a journey. And along that journey, such is life. All of life is a journey. Life itself is a journey. So you can either make the choice to hate yourself on the journey. Imagine you're walking with someone and every time they make a mistake, they end up bashing themselves in the head. Bashing themselves in the head. Condemning themselves. Wondering why they made a certain choice, didn't make a certain choice. And after a while, they keep doing this, they're just walking in circles, not going anywhere. They look back and forward and back, wondering why they even started the journey. They think about all the things that they've left behind, all the things they've left behind, and all the things that might be waiting for them. They think about how they're not trying hard enough, how they're not doing enough, how they're not being enough, how even choosing the journey and choosing the challenge, how even that isn't enough. They avoid looking in the mirror. They can't seem to acknowledge themselves. If you're a friend of this person, how enjoyable do you think this journey would be? How far do you think you would go? Would you make it to where you seek, where you imagine, where you dream? Would you complete your mission? Would your friend complete their mission? Imagine this friend is ourself. Imagine this friend is yourself. How instead can we be a friend to ourselves? How instead can we say, hey, look at how far you've come. Look at how great you're doing. Look at who you are. Look at how amazing you are, how strong you are, how beautiful you are, how perfect you are. Just as you are. When you try hard to get something you believe you don't have, then you will keep trying forever. But if you know that what you have, what you want, what you wish, what you believe you have, then it is yours. There will be fear. Fear is like the love that pushes you to go further. There will be doubt. Doubt is like the guiding light that shines the way. It will be hard. It is hard because the obstacle wishes to show you how strong you are. It will be lonely. It is lonely because because you can do it alone. Each thought, each story we have, we can flip on its head, essentially. Oftentimes, if there's something that your mind does not want you to do, it means that you should do it. Sorry. It means that it is in your interest to do it. In the same way, if there is a reason your mind tells you and tries to pull you away from doing something, that means it is in your interest to be doing what you are doing. If you are not afraid of what you are doing, where you are going, then that is a sign that you are doing what is true to you, what is an extension of you. If it were easy, everyone would do it. Just because it is not easy does not mean it cannot be effortless. The only thing that makes what we want to do challenging or hard is that there's so much resistance, so much unconsciousness, so much anxiety that is hindering and holding us back. But when we know that we are safe and that we are protected and that we are held and that we are welcomed into the new reality and potential and creation that we are creating for ourselves, then we can let go of the resistance that is holding us back. And the resistance may come in many, many forms. It may be overt, or it may be covert. It may be subtle. Usually it is subtle. It's so subtle that we believe for it to be ourselves. We've been so identified with our incapableness, our need to be perfect, our sense of overwhelm. We usually these thought forms are identified as ourselves, and we hold them very tightly and very strongly. But in order for us to get where we want to get, to do what we want to do, to live how we want to live, we must loosen the grip that they hold on us, and we must invite a new power. Picture thoughts as engines, as the life-giving force to your being, even though that you are beyond thought, beyond mind. How you choose to go about life is through thought. So if you're thinking thoughts of, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get there, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, I don't think I can do that, I don't believe in myself, I'm not worthy of that. The power of that is going to be way, way less life-giving than if you are to say, I am capable of doing anything that I desire. I am the creator of my life. I am perfect as I am. If you are instead to adopt thoughts that make you feel good, that feel true, that give you life, that thoughts that you may have wanted to hear but have never been able to hear. Maybe you wanted to hear them from your parents, from a friend, from a relationship, but instead, why not give that same love to yourself? And it is as easy and as simple as thinking differently. Because we are constantly thinking, why not think thoughts that will empower, thoughts that will awaken, why not think thoughts like these, such as these? But first you have to, as we said, be willing to let go of the thoughts that you are holding on to, the thoughts that seem to make up who you are, the thoughts that are very, very deep-rooted. And this may be why it takes time, because we believe these thoughts to be ourselves, we believe these thoughts to be true, we believe these thoughts have power over us, we believe that we are a victim of these thoughts, we believe that We do not have power over our own mind, but instead I invite you and challenge you and inspire you to allow yourself to let go of ways of being and ways of thinking and ways of doing that can be let go of, and instead to open yourself to expansiveness rather than limitation. You can expand. Expand as in grow, as in how all life grows. A seed that sprouts, a flower that blossoms. It's all growing, all evolving. If a seed is to say, actually I think I want to stay a seed. I don't know what being a plant would be like. I don't know if I want to do that. But instead the seed says, I trust in life, I trust in myself, I trust in change, and the seed sprouts and grows and evolves and stretches, and we are no different. We are no different. I hope this was helpful in some ways, insightful in others. Maybe a source of inspiration and a voice to know that you're not alone, to embrace and to relate to life in a way that is true and that allows for ease and flow in your life. It makes no sense to swim along the currents when we can instead flow with the flow. We can go with the flow. And it's a matter of letting go and staying open and knowing that everything is good, everything is working out for our highest and greatest good, that we are here to grow, we are here to change in a divine way. We are here to create ourselves as we wish to express ourselves. We are here to manifest our highest potential, and we are here to be of service. And when life is met as life is, when life is accepted as life is, when life is not resisted, when you are not resisted, when you do not resist yourself, when you do not resist and hinder your own growth and evolution, then life becomes effortless. Life is effortless. Life is an endless flow and stream and river of divinity that is open and welcome to each of us. We only have to let ourselves flow with it and be one with it. So yeah, that is all that I have for today. That is all that I have. I'm only speaking to myself, the self that is also in you, the same self that is also in me.